Welcome to the U.S. Virgin Islands, where white sand beaches meet turquoise waters, and the rhythm of island life is as laid back as you are. Here on this channel, we're always looking for new islands to visit. And when we heard about the U.S. Virgin Islands, we knew it was time to go. The U.S. Virgin Islands comprise three beautiful islands: St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John. Each has its own distinct vibe and attractions. Our first stop was St. Thomas, the most populous of the three islands. We started off our adventure by renting a car so we could explore at our own pace. As we drove around the island, we couldn't help but notice the stunning mountain ranges that seemed to touch the sky. The highest peak, Mount Holy Cross, stands at over 1,500 feet and offers panoramic views of the surrounding areas. But we were here for more than just the scenery. We wanted to experience the local culture too. So we stopped at a few local spots along the way, including a famous banana factory that had been established by Danish settlers back in the early 1900s. It was fascinating to learn about the history of this iconic landmark and how it played a role in shaping the economy of the island. As we continued our journey, we came across charming towns filled with colorful buildings, delicious food, and friendly faces. One of our favorite stops was the town of Charlotte-Amalie, which is known for its rich history and stunning architecture. We strolled through the streets, admiring the Dutch colonial-style buildings that lined the waterfront, and took some time to explore the nearby shopping district. It was a great place to find unique souvenirs and local crafts. We also couldn't resist trying some of the delicious food that the island had to offer. From fresh seafood to tasty Caribbean dishes, there was something for everyone to enjoy. But no trip to St. Thomas would be complete without a visit to Magens Bay. This world-renowned beach is known for its crystal-clear waters and powdery white sand. We spent an afternoon swimming, sunbathing, and just relaxing on the beach. We even rented a kayak and paddled out to see the famous water tower that sits offshore. It was the perfect way to spend a day in paradise. As the sun began to set, we headed back to our hotel to relax and get ready for another day of adventure. We stayed at a beachfront property that had stunning views of the Caribbean Sea. The rooms were spacious and comfortable, and the staff was incredibly friendly and welcoming. Plus, the hotel had a beautiful pool area and a restaurant that served up delicious meals with a side of island charm. Overall, our stay in St. Thomas was everything we had hoped for and more. The island's stunning natural beauty, rich culture, and friendly locals made it the perfect destination for a fun and relaxing vacation. But our adventure wasn't over yet. We still had two more islands to explore. So we packed up and headed to St. John, the smallest of the three islands. Unlike St. Thomas, St. John is mostly undeveloped, with over two-thirds of the landmass protected as national park. That meant there was plenty of natural beauty to explore. We rented a Jeep this time so we could navigate the island's rugged terrain. And boy, were we glad we did. As we drove along the coastal road, we were treated to breathtaking views of the Caribbean Sea. The road was winding and narrow in some parts, but the journey was definitely worth it. One of the must-see spots on St. John is the famous Trunk Bay. We parked our Jeep and made the short walk to the beach, and what we saw took our breath away. The bay is known for its calm, crystal-clear waters and its underwater snorkeling trail, which features a variety of colorful fish and coral formations. We spent hours swimming, snorkeling, and just taking in the beauty of the surroundings. It was one of those moments where you feel truly disconnected from the rest of the world and present in the beauty of nature. Another highlight of our trip to St. John was exploring the island's national park. We hiked to the top of a mountain called Cinnamon Bay and were rewarded with panoramic views of the island. The park is home to a variety of hiking trails that cater to all levels of adventurers. From leisurely strolls to more challenging hikes, there's something for everyone. And do not forget to keep an eye out for the endangered sea turtles that nest on the beaches of St. John. While St. John is known for its natural beauty, it also has a rich history that dates back to the 1600s. We took a day trip to the nearby island of St. Martin and explored the historic sites there. The island is home to a variety of colonial-era buildings, forts, and monuments that tell the story of its past. It was a fascinating way to learn about the history of the region and see how it has evolved over the years. Overall, our experience on St. John was truly unforgettable. The island's stunning natural beauty, laid-back atmosphere, and rich history made it the perfect destination for a relaxing and educational vacation. And now it was time to head to the third and final island of the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Croix. St. Croix is the largest of the three islands and has a distinct African and Caribbean vibe that sets it apart from the other two. As soon as we arrived, we could feel the energy of the island. The streets were filled with the sounds of steel drums and the aroma of spices like cinnamon and nutmeg. One of the first things we did was visit the historic town of Christiansted. The town is known for its well-preserved colonial architecture and its vibrant culture. We strolled through the streets, admiring the colorful buildings and browsing the shops for local crafts and souvenirs. We could unresist the delicious smell of baking bread that led us to a local bakery where we tried some authentic Caribbean pastries. They were flaky, flavorful, and the perfect accompaniment to a cup of locally roasted coffee. Another must-see spot on St. Croix is the Buck Island Reef National Monument, which is home to some of the best snorkeling and diving in the Caribbean. We took a boat tour to the nearby island of Buck Island, where we spent the day swimming, snorkeling, and exploring the coral reefs. The water was crystal clear and teeming with colorful fish and other marine life. It was truly a sight to behold. For our last night on St. Croix, we decided to try some authentic Caribbean cuisine. We found a local restaurant that served up traditional dishes like jerk chicken and roti. The food was spicy, flavorful, and the perfect way to end our culinary journey through the U.S. Virgin Islands. As our trip came to an end, we could not help but reflect on how lucky we were to experience the beauty and culture of the U.S. Virgin Islands. From the stunning beaches of St. Thomas to the historic sites of St. John and the vibrant culture of St. Croix, each island had its own unique charm and left us with unforgettable memories. If you're looking for a tropical getaway that combines stunning natural beauty, a rich culture, and endless opportunities for adventure, then the U.S. Virgin Islands are the perfect destination for you. We hope our video has inspired you to plan your own trip to this Caribbean paradise. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed our video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more travel adventures. We'll see you next time.